Hello and welcome to question 39 of the Q&A series. Is there some truth to the saying, always show up? Is the question. Again, short answer, yes and no. Not that helps. Let's dive into it a bit more then. So sometimes merely just showing up and not actively participating can still be a good thing. And sometimes if you feel rubbish mentally, just showing up and sitting in sort of as a fly on the wall, if you like, is just a nice distraction from life. It can just give your brain something else to think on. In fact, there's times where it's less been a mental problem, but I've more had like a physical issue or not been exactly well enough to, like, there's been a time in choir where I wasn't quite well enough to sing. I'd had a bit of a sore throat and it hadn't quite repaired back in time again. So the choir director just said, we'll just sit there and we'll include you in certain things. So the choir would sing their piece, and then the director would go, and what do you think you could improve on? What would they improve on next? And they would involve me in that way, but it still didn't require that much. It put me on the spot a little bit, but it was quite fun. It sort of activated my brain in a different way, gave me a distraction from feeling a bit unwell, and was quite nice. There's been times when I've had some family issues and deaths and things like that happen, illnesses, whatever, and I've turned up to a couple of rehearsals then. I've not always been there mentally sort of present, but it gave me that nice sort of distraction. So there is some truth in the always show up. However, sometimes when you're ill, mentally or physically, not showing up might be the best option for you. You have to use a bit of intuition on that one and sort of take it as yourself. In my opinion, it's better to have a day or two off than run yourself down even more and then end up spending a week or however long it takes to recover. I've done that before, I think in second year of university, undergraduate. I got quite ill. I had a bit of just like a flu, like I've had this week, but I didn't take any time off. I was just I kept on going to the point where at the end of that week then I'd been, doing 12 plus hour days at uni non-stop and stuff like that. And I just burnt out, and then I actually had to take the next week off. And it really, if I'd have just taken 1 or 2 days off in the week, it would have been fine. But it can be awkward sometimes when you think, should I take time off? Because you think, oh, am I actually really that unwell to take time off? Like me this week, because I work from home, my argument's been, well, I can still teach from home, but actually the reality is I've got a cracking headache and I can hardly hear. So actually teaching isn't the best thing, but I'm doing it because I love doing it and it is giving me that distraction from life. But really I should just take a couple of days off more to try and recover again. But it is what it is, and you take it how you want to take it. But yeah, there's sort of some truth in the saying, but like I say, passively participating in something is often just as good. There's actually been studies in community music therapy and things like that even participants that can't physically participate still gain something from it. So it's a very similar concept really, but it's applied differently. I hope that answers your question, and if you want any resources or links or anything like that, just let me know in the comments and I can do my best to find some for you. Cheers, bye.